Welcome, everybody, to a Delco Nerd Network Hot Take. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never seen a DNN Hot Take before, well, it's where a few friends get in a basement and we like to give our thoughts, give our opinions on a TV show, a movie, or a game. Today, it's going to be a TV show, and that TV show is Daredevil Born Again, Season 2. My name is Anthony Ragucci, and here to discuss with me, as always, the man without fear, Chris Trio.
Gooch, I'm excited to talk about Daredevil Season 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited too. I want to hear that guy's actual voice because he does slam everywhere. Yeah, we're gonna go out to do
What, the cop?
Yeah.
Good evening, Father. I think there's some vigilantes around this place. He does play the worst man.
I was like, does he
so,
actually sound like that? Can we get him for an interview?
It's very good. But Gooch, I'm here. I'm excited to talk a little Season 2. Daredevil Born Again. Double D.
Yeah, Double D 2.
Double D is on the chest.
Yeah. I just think I'm like, yeah, no, he's not wrong. There are double D's on the chest. That new suit. Whew.
Dude, it looks great. The black looks awesome. I kind of like the idea of how he painted it over and
it
it's
gets
slowly
worn
getting
down.
more worn throughout the season.
Yep.
But Gooch, I started us off on the last one. I'm curious, what did you think of Daredevil Born Again Season 2?
I enjoyed it, especially the end. I think it meanders a little bit. I think the Daredevil formula.
I have right here, meanders a bit in the middle.
Definitely meanders. I think the Daredevil formula is getting a bit old. And what do I mean by that? New York Kingpin.
He's taking over.
We
got to stop him.
We've been doing this for literally 5 seasons of a show that's probably 60 some episodes at this point. We definitely need something different. And I'm kind of hoping the way this season 2 ends off, we do separate from Fisk a little bit. But let's get back to the actual show. So, we're taking off right from where Born Again Season 1 left off. Matt's sort of fighting in a much different way than he is used to, and he's really going at Fisk, really targeting him harder than ever. But so is everyone else around him. I really liked what they were doing with Karen Page. I actually thought they were pushing her in her comic book direction. She's
like a drug addict, right? And dies?
Correct.
She's one of the only people in comics who have died and stayed dead, along with Uncle Ben, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually, she's getting more Punisher coded in terms of how she's operating, much more aggressively, willing to kill, which is, they're in a relationship again. That's sort of blossomed, but they're also vigilante buddies. So Daredevil's trying to keep her from crossing that Punisher line. The difference between him and Frank Castle was always pretty clear. And yeah, they don't necessarily do that, but I think they still could go down the road where Karen kind of breaks bad, so to speak, and she becomes this druggie and then eventually dies. But what exactly they're leading to is sort of my question of what are we actually doing?
What do you, I guess it does feel nice that there's some catharsis, at least. There does feel like an ending to me here.
Oh yeah.
With the Kingpin stuff. And it does feel much more open-ended for this next season, which I kind of actually appreciate.
It's not, okay, we know where this is going.
I mean, we kind of do. I think he's in Spider-Man. 110%. I don't know that for a fact, but he's in Spider-Man for sure. I
don't know that for a fact, but I know. For a fact.
No. I genuinely I don't have any knowledge of that. I would stake my life on that. I guess at this point,
yeah, and
he's in jail. There's that scene in the trailer of them in jail facing off against Foot Clan.
Not Foot Clan, Hand.
Or Hand Clan. Foot's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
So I have no doubt he's in that.
And we see the I forget what her name is, the assistant to the mayor. She's the mayor.
Oh yes,
in Brand New Day trailer. So we know that happens. But yeah, it's not as obvious. But I'm also Jessica Jones is back. Luke Cage is back. I'm interested to talk about him.
Yeah.
Danny Rand is also back. We know that from set leaks from season 3. And what I'm saying is just I'm where are we going? What are we doing next season? I was kind of telling you I had this idea of wouldn't it be cool to see Daredevil go to Japan? This would be so different. This is a thing from the comics. It would just be a really a change of fresh air. Unlike what Spider-Man was in the second movie, we're going to Italy. Mm-hmm. It was a bit, or we're going to Europe. It was a bit different. But yeah, I liked Born Again season 2 where it ended up letting off. Yeah, but it meanders. It kind of meanders in itself a lot.
So the broadness of where I mean, it's pretty obvious where it's going in this way of like, I think it's going to be a Defenders 3, season 2 kind of idea.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think the reason that this series gets away with the Kingpin stuff a little bit for me more, but I still mostly overall agree with like, okay, let's kind of move on, is that like we had that break from the original series and then now we're back and there's kind of almost, it's not, they tried to soft reboot it, but then they're like, oh wait, no, we got to retool this and make it back into this
thing.
And
the first season was last year.
Yeah. And you could tell that it was retooled into what it was. And then now they're kind of fully back in the realm of like, all right, we're continuing the Netflix stuff.
The show was made so much differently from that season.
Yes.
one.
Yeah. It was made with this thought process from the outset. And you can feel that. And I do appreciate that. I mean, Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock is equal to Robert Downey Jr.'s like Iron Man for me in a lot of ways. In the way of like, I can't.
He is the character.
I can't see really anyone else playing that character. I think he has a really good moment, especially at the end in the last episode, or maybe the second to last episode with the courtroom stuff. I think the idea of him being on the run at the same time as Daredevil is kind of interesting. And, you know, he's trying to stop Fisk without turning him into a martyr. And it's proving hard to do. And people just kind of want to take the easy way out of killing these people, whether it's Bullseye, whether it's Karen, and he's got to stop them. And he, you know, he's not going to always succeed. And the Bullseye stuff specifically is magnificent.
Bullseye,
and feels
man.
as comic booky as you can get.
I really like
that diner scene. I watched like 3 times. It's
Really?
so good. I don't know why. I just love how it sets up. And when the guys are, it's fucking Bullseye. And then he just fucks it. It's so good.
I think where they took Bullseye and they turned him into sort of like an anti-hero is pretty interesting path. I think he's going to be on the new Avengers team.
I think he's going to be on. Oh, right. Yeah, like the Thunderbolts. Right. Yeah, I agree. I think that's where they're going with him, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he goes off with Shaggy. What's his name? I don't know his name in the show.
Charles.
Yeah. What's his real name?
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard. Also joining the DC realm now.
Yeah.
I thought his character, Matthew Lillard's, was kind of like a little underutilized. I didn't really know what was going on there, and then he just kind of like did nothing.
He's the it's all connected.
Yeah,
character.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
So I really like that thread because I think it kind of puts this underlying big picture thing with Fisk and I guess people in power seeing what Fisk has and is going to use that. Because he's clearly intimidated by him,
right? But then
he treats him much differently than like most other characters that are sort of like the governor, for example, like totally different treatment there.
You can just feel that the fear's not there.
But like they bring back the Red Hook, and Fisk is basically using Red Hook to send weapons to whatever the CIA is doing.
Well, so Red Hook's running weapons through the city, and he's just giving them safe passage to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the Northern Star, you know, which is essentially a set piece for the season, it goes down and sort of stirs all this shit. Charles has to come in and be like, now I got to clean this up.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we didn't
had
get
the fucking deal, brother. And he's, you know, treating him sort of like that he owns him. He's got his boot on his neck.
And even that moment when he shows up with his 2 dudes, like in the warehouse, and he's like, what's going on, man? Like, are we doing anything here? And then not Bentley. What's his new butler's name? Fuck.
Oh my God. I was gonna say Blake. Buck.
Yeah, Buck just takes out the 2 dudes, and he walks out, and he doesn't even look afraid after it. He's just like, God damn it. Like, fuck, we got to figure this out. Like, I don't know. It's a very interesting character.
Yeah, and because I'm like, you know, the Luke Cage of it is really interesting where you find out he's, like, joined the CIA and is doing, like, dirty work for him.
He's doing, like, Black Ops work almost.
So it's
seems.
like, you know, we always thought, okay, like, he's still owning Harlem's Paradise from the end of Luke Cage season 2 or 3. Married Jessica Jones, has a daughter with her.
Did we know the marriage thing before this?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay,
so, yeah, like, Jessica Jones, clearly not a vigilante, clearly not a PI anymore, clearly living the suburban housewife kind of life.
Also,
and then they come for her.
Right, and also losing her powers, apparently.
I have a funny feeling that's, like, kind of Eve and Invincible pregnancy sort of thing. I wonder if that like kind of fucked with her.
Maybe
biologically.
Yeah. Because how does she get her? She's just super strong and like in like durable, right? Like that's her stuff.
Yeah.
Do we remember? How does she get her powers again?
I think she's like an experiment.
It's an experiment of some kind, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's the same. Does she come from the same like experiment as Luke Cage? Is that I feel like there's some in the show. There's no connection there.
I'm trying to remember.
It's
this
been
is like
so
this
long.
is like Jessica Jones season 1, season 2 stuff. Yeah,
I'd love to go back and watch season 1 of Jessica Jones. I remember that
last
the
season,
Purple Man, especially.
The last season though was such a season 2 was such a not great season with her mom and stuff like that. And then season 3 was like, wow, this is really good. Back to like Purple Man.
Right. David Tennant was amazing in that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see them all come back together, and I'm very happy to see Danny Rand coming back and what's his name playing him, because I think he got kind of a short end of the stick. I never thought he was the problem with that show. I think he played the character very well. I just thought it was written very like oddly, but yeah.
We record all of our podcasts live, so twitch.tv/Delco Network and YouTube as well now. Someone in chat just said, what are we playing? He said, is Jessica Jones now at PTA meeting and at soccer games? Possibly.
That's I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
That's
but
funny.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Good. Just not interrupt with that.
No, I love it. I'm just curious to see where they take these characters, and like, I'm wondering what the overall threat is in this next season. And dude, I want to see Charlie Cox get his due of being. He deserves a movie at this point. He does. And
do you think they could be setting up a Defenders movie? That seems a bit,
they could.
That's
be.
not in the slates.
No, it's not. But I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. And like I said, I do think he's going to pop up soon here in the theater again. But I can't wait to see what they do. I thought the anti-vigilante task force storyline was actually pretty good and pretty relevant at this moment. There was some wild stuff going on in that where I'm just like, this is silly. And then you do see some of the stuff that was just going on, and you're just like, all right, maybe this isn't so crazy.
Ice and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I do think I said the suit is stellar. The suit is stellar. So let's get to this one. I think we were kind of disagreeing in the Discord somewhat. I think I mostly did agree. The Daniel and like BB storyline.
Sure.
Daniel ended up being, I think, my favorite character of the season.
I would also kind of agree with that.
Like I had no idea where he was going to go. Like I was like, is he going to turn bad or is he going to be?
He looks so in on it.
Yeah, but like throughout the season, you're like, he's kind of not. But like, and he likes this girl, and like she's using him, yes, but he is also using her.
I was really in the camp of like, wow, BB is a manipulative piece of shit, like more than Daniel is, and he's on the bad side. So like, I feel like they want you to like, obviously, like, oh, Daniel works for Fisk. We don't like Daniel, but I'm like, no. BB is like has infiltrated Fisk's organization. She's running social media, PR, whatever, doing the video, but and she's also gathering intel from what Daniel's letting slip to her, and then using that to essentially fuck him over.
Well, fuck Fisk over,
and then is pushing Daniel to like give her all this information, and I'm like, yo, he likes you, dipshit. Like, there's a bit more like he feels like the victim of her, but she's the good guy and he's not. Interesting dichotomy.
They do a good job of playing with your emotions.
I was sympathetic toward Daniel, not BB.
And I think that's reasonable. I think I am very much sympathetic towards them both in the way of like Fisk killed her grandpa. He's kind of forced her to become this mouthpiece for Fisk with the BB report, like the real one, while she's doing this undercover thing at night. And yeah, she's using her ends to fuck this guy up. And she is realizing along the way, like, Daniel is a nice guy. He's kind of doing what he's doing because he feels like he has to. And he, maybe for not the smartest reasons sometimes, but good intentions. So I don't know. I thought that balance was very well done. I still ultimately did feel for BB more just because Fisk killed her grandfather. But yeah, she could have been getting him killed. I mean, she did kind of get Daniel killed.
She did.
But also, Daniel kind of got himself killed for getting himself involved. So, like, that's kind of on him more than anything, really, in my opinion.
I mean, you haven't watched The Sopranos, but the Tony Soprano parallel to Michael Gandolfini, whose dad played Tony, James Gandolfini, it feels like a very cut from that cloth, like that he's
sure that's
he's getting in the
intentional.
business.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is definitely slightly,
especially with him being in the and
I
even
think
beyond
he plays
slightly,
it well. I think like if his dad was still alive, he would look at this and be like, yeah, dude, I see Tony all over this.
Oh, I
but it's like it's Tony like not Breaking Bad essentially.
He feels much more personable.
I mean, and Michael Gandolfini also played Tony Soprano in in the Many Saints of Newark, so like a younger version who breaks bad.
Yeah.
So you're kind of seeing this like version of Tony, maybe a 2026 Have you seen the millennial Tony Soprano?
I think I have. Yeah.
So it's millennial Tony Soprano, but like, yeah, instead of like falling into organized crime, he doesn't.
And I did like that scene with him and Buck, where even he kind of gets to Buck a little. Like,
I hated Buck by the way.
No, I did
Piece
too.
of
Don't get
shit.
me wrong, he's a piece of shit, but I love how even like this guy who's kind of a cold-hearted killer, he makes him hesitate. And like I actually kind of for a second didn't know if he was going to shoot him. And then he did it. And I was like, no, that makes sense. He would probably do
So
that.
apparently that's a rewrite.
Oh, really? Was he going to let him go?
He didn't kill him at first, and then they rewrote it.
I think it makes more sense. Again, I think there's a payoff to him having that conflict because he does like him. He obviously cares for Daniel.
Right.
He does. Even when he's like, Daniel, can you just fucking tell me where he is? I don't like doing this. And he just is like, I don't know.
I don't like doing this, Daniel.
Yeah.
Really
and
like
then
dogs, but all right.
yeah, he fucking pops him, which was a sad ending to a story, but I think it was very cathartic. In a lot
Let's
of ways.
talk about Miss Glenn.
Which one's that again?
Heather, the psychiatrist.
Right. Yes.
What a fucking loser she is.
A real see you next Tuesday, if you know what I mean.
Dude, like, what a bitch. Obviously you're supposed to be against her, but like clearly traumatized, clearly obsessed with vigilantes and Muse, and she's definitely going to become Muse in the next season or, wherever they're going.
She Muse.
Yeah, I was waiting for her to put on that mask. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is going to happen. But I think it's a cool little arc for her. She really just becomes like, I don't know if it's power hungry, but like obsessed. Like, and like using Fisk to like get her, like further her own obsession with vigilantes and being anti-vigilante.
Ends justify the means and all that. Yeah. She
Yeah.
doesn't, she believes that she is the correct one here. And even I kind of like how they kind of get into this whole philosophical debate about like what a vigilante is kind of near the end.
Like
and
the mask.
And it's like, well, if I'm not wearing a mask, am I a vigilante? All this stuff. It's interesting. It's a bit surface level, don't get me wrong, but I think it still works very well for what the show's trying to do. And again, that courtroom scene, it was not, you can't have Matt Murdock and Kingpin just fight each other again. I mean, they kind of do in the second season, the last episode, and that one shot of him kneeing him, great stuff. But I kind of liked how they had a bit of a battle of words, Gooch, and they had to, and like even the moment of him having his Iron Man moment or what have you. I am Daredevil.
I am Daredevil.
Okay, Matt. I did love how he proved it. I mean, like, he's blind. I'd have two thoughts. I'd be like, is he faking being blind? Or
How does Daredevil
blind? Yeah. But I think he was faking it first.
Dude, once he reveals it, and then he's like, well, this whole court's a sham because Fisk put this together. So how could you possibly, like, the scene is so much better than what I'm saying. But, like, how could you possibly weed out justice when, like, he's the one on trial. He put this thing together. He put this council together. Like, this is, like, insane.
Yeah. Again, it's
and I'm like, and I was there, and I'm proving it right now.
And there's some cartoon villainy going on in this in the way of like how like,
and then he
I don't think you'd
his-
ever be able to do
Yeah.
do all this stuff. But in that moment when all the task force like walks in and they like surround the courtroom and then Fisk walks in, like there are a lot of very foreboding kind of moments, and I think they work very well. I'm very curious.
Don't let Murdoch leave.
I'm still curious to see Punisher. And like
I was
how that
surprised
does-
we didn't see him. I mean, his special will be out probably when this comes out.
No, it comes. Right, yeah.
Like by the time this is out,
I think it comes out to tomorrow, right?
Is it today
Yeah.
the 11th? Yeah, tomorrow. Isn't it like an hour?
I think so. Yeah, and I'm
Okay.
sure it's gonna. I mean, we know for a fact he is in Spider-Man, so that's I'm sure leading somewhat directly.
Yeah,
into
I'm
that.
surprised we didn't get any Frank Castle, but I guess that one shot really kind of indicated that like they were gonna focus him more there.
Yeah, even
Because
like,
he's just gone.
Yeah, and I didn't really love the way they kind of paid him off at the end of even last season, where he has that kind of final,
He gets out of the cage.
he gets out of the
end
cage, but he
credit scene.
talks to like all of the police officers, like, "We're doing this for you. We're doing this for you. Frank."
You ain't doing this for me.
Yeah, I don't know, like the way
I don't know what the fuck that was.
that was Frank Castle, I think. But no, I don't know. I think that they kind of
John
shaft him a little
Burville.
bit, so I'm curious to see what they do. I do hope that they don't do the thing where he just puts on the Punisher thing for the last 10 minutes. But what are you gonna do?
What did you think about the Swordsman? I mean, he was Swordsman and Hector Ayala's daughter, who only gets one scene. I'm glad they didn't over put her in. I liked how little they used her.
Yeah. And
Like-
she has like superpowers though with that talisman, right?
she
yeah, like
does.
it's genuine. Okay.
Yeah, so like I feel like she's there to kind of be like the actual person on the ground. Like she is a citizen of like who's being affected by this stuff. Like, you know, you have the again very ice parallel of, you know, the anti-vigilante task force going into like a bodega and like sort of stirring the pot,
And they're just
shit gets out of hand.
And they're not even like, again, there's like 2 vigilantes in this entire season. Like there's not really like, we don't get this idea that there's all of these vigilantes kind of running around New York doing stuff like
And it's funny how
Daredevil.
they like I'm like, when are we gonna bring up like the bigger people?
Right,
Like,
that's
are,
what I mean.
Are they vigilantes? Is Captain America a
it seems
vigilante?
more street level. Like if you're just on the street, like breaking up like muggings, you're a vigilante. But like if you work for the government, we're all cool. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's the part that kind of falls flat for me the most.
I think this is like your MCU not connecting the way it should.
Yeah, even like use other heroes though. Like there's a bunch of C-list and D-list like comic book characters they should be able to pull from and maybe
Or just
I don't know, put in.
or even
like
just
Swordsman's
name
one
drop.
of them. That's what I mean. Like we're not really hearing about a lot of other vigilantes doing anything.
Right.
So like how
Where is
they're just arresting people like in bodegas. Like
what the fuck's her name? Patty Jessica Jones' sister, Hellcat.
oh yeah.
Like there's a lot of other like what are these characters doing?
Even
Why
kind
not
of-
name drop Iron Fist? Why not name drop Luke Cage? Where's Luke Cage been? I wonder, you know, I'm gonna say something sort of racist.
What?
You know, like Fisk is like just
Fisk,
going, I'm pretending
I
to be
see.
Fisk.
It's Fisk
Yeah.
would be saying something right.
Yeah, sorry, not me. Yeah.
No, I love it.
Yeah, like
Just some name drops.
like
just
they
some
do the
people.
Spider-Man drop,
I feel like they kind of do that
and
even
they
in,
love Frank Castle.
of course. And I feel like they kind of even do that in like She-Hulk too. Like you get like weird kind of like there's like the frog guy in that and like other odd like stilt man and shit. Like just name drop some of these random people who are in the background.
Or
They're-
show the anti-vigilante task force taking down an actual vigilante.
Yeah.
Instead of like going after kids.
Yeah, and I get it. They're trying to do the ice parallel. And all
They
that
gotta
stuff.
they gotta do both.
Right,
They
but
gotta do
like,
both.
it's just like do some like show something here as far as like vigilantes doing anything.
Right, besides Swordsman, because
Right.
they booked Swordsman like legitimately. Like
Yeah.
Fisk kind of captured him and like threw him in there,
Like-
and it's like, oh no, he is a vigilante.
Also, by the way, he's just dressed as a regular guy the whole time. And then, like, can we maybe have some, like, who else? Is there no other vigilantes in there with him? He's the only vigilante. Then it's all the other people they just arrested for no reason. So that's probably my biggest gripe,
they
I'd
needed
say.
more examples.
Yes,
Yeah.
just to make it feel more tangible. I don't know.
Yeah, but like, you know, I liked what Karen's role in all this was.
She felt like much more part of the season.
I liked
yeah.
I forget her name, the other lawyer off the top of my head.
Oh yeah, his coworker, the black woman, right?
Yeah, I like how she like her part in it. Hector Ayala's daughter, her part in it. Like everyone's little parts seemed worth it, because I see in another world where she gets more screen time and they try to do this subplot where she's like trying to be White Tiger, and I'm like, that doesn't work. That's not what the show's about.
But like she should be in full White Tiger garb by the end.
Yeah, and
You
she
know what I
isn't
mean?
like that
She's-
prison break
Yeah.
part, and like Daredevil. Like, well, Daredevil's like, you're in this.
Yeah.
You're fucking in this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like, and he's not even like trying to like baby her, but like, if you're in this, you're fucking in this, and
Yeah.
you're putting your life on the line, and you're a vigilante.
Put on a mask. Put
Like,
on an outfit.
it's so interesting to see how hard Daredevil is going, but like with Bullseye, he's like, nah, dude, you got to get the fuck out of here before I decide to kill you.
I did love that scene where Bullseye saves him after it, and then he just sends a thing, thank you.
Yeah, and then he's like, you know, what can I do? And he goes there to save the governor. But yeah, Bullseye's place and everything was awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah, and it's interesting. It's like we can't really speculate all that much on season 3. It's kind of very blindly. Like
It's Defender stuff. That's the extent of what we
you
can really
know,
get.
I love the sort of like the prison scene where Fisk is just fucking brutally murdering these people. Like seeing like it,
I love how he still gets the deal after that. By the way, he just killed a bunch of people. Like,
yeah, I mean maybe not everyone, but he definitely fucking maimed a lot
the
of people.
one dude, he like it's like a column, and he
he
like breaks his back on it. It's fucking wild.
I think the visualization of Fisk's strength is always
so
been good. Like they really know how to capture it.
There was some good parallels in that scene too, because like he's in a bright white like super high lit hallway. It's like white fluorescent lights, and Daredevil's in like a red soaked like emergency light hallway, and the fight's going on at the same time.
You know, like Fisk is kind of like cracking, but like Vanessa's death, which I loved how they kind of faked it out. It kind of like made it better.
I agree.
That like she didn't just get killed, and they kind of like toyed with it, and then she's like sort of like becoming like I don't know if lucid's the term for it, but like not herself.
Well, she's
And,
just
like,
starting to look like it's starting to become apparent that she's not okay, and then it dives quickly.
right, and then it fucking breaks that doctor's back.
I thought it was a good, right. I thought it was a good. Why are you hugging that man? Are you fucking stupid? Anyways,
Come here,
no,
come here, Will.
an idiot. He deserved to die. But I did like that moment, even when he threw it, bullseye. I was like, oh, he didn't get her. And then the way she turns to the camera, and it's like, and then you see
Wearing
it.
a white dress, rapping in a snowstorm parallel.
Good stuff.
I like the flashback scenes, and they're kind of like tying all these characters into one another. It's like, no, they've kind of been connected this whole time.
Right.
This whole time. I like the Wesley stuff again. Wesley being tied to Buck.
Right.
Matt being tied to Vanessa early on, like, and Foggy and that friend episode where, like, you know, they kind of show how like Foggy teaches Matt like this moral code that like goes into who he is as a lawyer and as Daredevil.
Yeah.
Really great stuff.
Yeah.
But it all kind of is meandering at the end of the day.
I think
like,
it's a really strong start, really strong ending. Those couple middle episodes are a little, it's like where are we going?
It's not bad. It's just like we're taking a lot of time to get to where we need to go.
And again, we are retreading some things that we're very familiar with, but I think it gets away with it because it is such a long distance between the original series.
So just because of the Defender setup, I actually like question. It's like I don't think they're gonna leave New York.
No. I think they're filming in New York right now. So yeah, I think they're New York bound again.
And
sure.
you know, Matt's in jail.
I think by the time next season comes out,
where's Matt Murdock?
Where's Matt Murdock? I think
now you're into it with me, big boy.
Oh, where's Matt Murdock? We gotta talk about what? Yeah, there's gonna be some interesting stuff. I'm curious if he will be in jail for the whole next season, or if he's going.
That would be kind of crazy because
there is I forget what it's called.
Like Arrow season 5 or 6 when he goes into jail, and
there is a comic book that is based on that he's in jail, right? Like that he goes to jail.
Yes.
I can't remember.
There is a comic book panel.
It's like the Devil in Cell Block C or something
where
like
he
that.
reveals that he's Daredevil.
Yeah.
But this was cool. I mean, I feel like they've been building up to that moment, and it felt very earned, and it felt the way Matt did it was so. I don't know if judicial is the word, but judicial, like so
officially.
Like, like he's using his reveal as like the ace in the.
He's doing because he has
ace
to
in the deck, the ace in the cards. You know, like he's like, here's the trump card. I'm gonna reveal that I'm Daredevil, which corroborates all this information I'm telling you or saying because I'm the witness. It's me.
Yeah, it's me. I'm Double D.
Right. I know who he is. Yeah. It's me.
Of course I know him. He's me.
I liked this season, and I really got to give a lot of credit to the fact that we got it so quickly.
And we're gonna get another one quickly too, I think.
Yeah, which is awesome. And I wonder, like, is it only gonna be 3 seasons? Like, how much longer are they gonna go with?
Yeah, I'm curious. So, do you want to know what Luke Cage spoiled? What Mike Coulter spoiled for me?
Talking to him in prison. Yeah,
like a jerk off. God damn.
Yeah, that was actually kind of fucked up.
It's a mistake. I know he didn't do it on purpose.
So
like,
that must be in the beginning of season 3. Where
it would make sense. They're going to visit him in jail or something. Yeah,
or trying to get him out because they're all seen together.
I'm assuming they're not going to break him out. I think he's going to have to get out like officially.
Yeah, and he's like, no, don't break me out.
Yeah, he's like, no, I gotta
get out of it. I'll get out my way. And I'm sure. Fuck, what's her name? God damn it. The black lawyer's probably going to help him try to get out.
Yeah.
Because I like the scene with like Karen's like imagining them at that restaurant and then like that's where they are and then he gets arrested.
Just like I thought we had more time.
See like I understand what he got arrested on, but like at the same time it's like the public kind of likes Daredevil. Like why would the mayor's office and the government like let it happen at the end of the day?
If I murdered someone that everyone hates, the government still has
did
to
Daredevil
prosecute
kill?
me.
Who's he?
I don't know if he killed anyone, but he's like
I'm trying to remember. Like, is Daredevil actually
he's got
killed anybody?
it's like assault charges and like
Sure.
and evading police and interfering with crimes and like there's a lot that they could
Sure.
easily
Yeah.
as far as technicality goes, like I think there would be like a public backlash as far as that, but I think they'd have more than enough to be like you just admitted you're this guy. We have all of these instances of this guy doing something that like helping police, but doing it in an extrajudicial way, which makes it illegal. So sorry, but yeah, you're screwed. That's like the funny thing, even with the anti-vigilante task force thing, like the extra laws they're putting in. And I think this is very much emblematic of what they even do in real life. They're adding laws to the books that are already covered. They're just doing it more like in an explicit way. Like it's, I don't know. I think it's very silly and almost clogs up the system more. It creates more bureaucracy and more cover to do bullshit that Wilson Fisk wants to do. Anything else there, Gooch?
No. Brand New Day's next. Then Doomsday. And,
No, not true, Gooch.
Punisher.
Yeah.
Punisher's next. Then Brand New Day. Then Doomsday.
Yep.
So it's kind of like a short Marvel year, but it's a short Marvel year, but we'd be back to back with Marvel.
I feel like they were hoping that this is what last year was going to be, but Spum had to come in and ruin it all for them. So poor guys.
I'd like to forget that.
Poor guys. Anyways, thank you all for watching with us. If you've been with us live on twitch.tv/Delco Nerd Network, we really do appreciate your time. You can find this podcast anywhere podcasts are found. Just search Delco Nerd Network on your service of choice. We got a Facebook page, Discord channel, all that good stuff will be linked down below with all our social media pages. We are at Delco Nerds on everything with an @sign. You can find all this information on our website, delconerdnetwork.com. You can even email us your comments, questions, or concerns to delconerds@gmail.com. We'd be happy to return your query. But for Gooch, I've been Trio. Thanks for watching. Stay nerdy, guys. We'll see you next time.